That's the recording
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, sweet.
Finally. If you want to introduce yourself again,
Oh, yeah.
as always, or people probably know you from the last one. So
Yeah. Well, my name's Merzad. I'm a trader, trading teacher, gym goer, and a toy collector. That's like my newest thing, and I'm really loving it. So yeah, that's me.
just fucking adding new things every time you come on, man.
Yeah. Just person who does things. Like, I think that should be the title. That's my main. It's my main thing. If I ever have a business card, it's gonna be Merzad Mohammadi, person who likes doing things.
This is the thing, man. See, with business cards, I'm
Yeah.
like, should I get some? Because I know it's good. Like the older generation still like that business card kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I do so much. So what do I put on it?
Just yeah, exactly. Just
Like
all
just
round boss player.
like there's like 5 businesses. Do I put them all on it? I don't want you to go to a direct site. What do I do?
Yeah.
Just check my LinkedIn. Stop talking to me.
You can either be like, I am Barry the Kane, or just like, I am the Barry. Like, boom, that's it.
Or just drop my name and call myself the.
Just that's it. I am the.
Or
The what? No, just the.
I just gave him a blank business card, nothing on it, but a phone
Yeah.
number. Call that whatever you need. That would probably work as a marketing tip.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, here's a blank piece. Just a blank piece of blank card with a number on it. Hello?
Anything you need, take this and
Yeah.
be great.
This is me. I'm the guy. And like, it looks very Matrix-like, you know. If it's like proper printed numbers on it, like just
Man,
the number, it's gonna be brilliant.
I've been on a fucking hole with like see the Matrix thing and like the what's happening just now because it's like really strong parallels with what happened in like the early 20th century. So if you're like
Yeah.
early 1900s, it's
Mm.
like literally looks exactly the same if you really look at it on paper.
Yeah.
And I've been in this poor Matrix hole, like how this could be a ploy to take over by AI. It's making humans do the same things,
Shit.
and I had to stop myself then, especially being high and shit like that. I'd fucking end up smashing my TV apart or something.
Fuck, man. TV's watching me, or am I watching the TV? Ah.
As I'm sitting here recording a podcast, getting suspicious.
They're learning us through our podcast. I mean, it wouldn't take an AI very long, you know. There's just, because imagine if your computer, you hook yourself up to the internet, you suddenly have all of humanity's future potential thoughts, any question it's ever asked, all of human history, like all of it, just all right there.
It's literally just the same thing. And what I've been seeing is the parallels between the virus, which is just now, is quite similar to the Spanish flu in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
We've obviously had like the Afghan-Iraqi war, which has been going on for so long, which is quite similar to like the Boer War and World War One. Then we're heading to like a 1930s style Great Depression because there's people are hiding money everywhere. Like, how can the government print so much money for free? Or expect businesses to take a loan for 25,000 and pay it back within the next year?
Yeah.
So we're probably heading to like a depression or like definitely a bad recession, and from recession causes war, and then obviously the UK leaving Europe, which they fell.
Yeah, it's a
Allies with
really
Europe in the
bad
1900s.
time, eh? It's a really bad time for the UK to have left Europe because, like, I mean,
a shit show just now, man.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Obviously, talking about your 40, how are you finding the stocks, man? With oil recently, literally.
Oh my goodness.
We're paying people to take oil stocks.
Did you see what happened? Minus $17. I was so I don't trade oil, right?
It was minus 34 yesterday, I think, man. It was literally like they were paying you to take stocks in oil.
see, like I don't touch oil. I don't touch the dollar. Like, I look at it I look at it. I keep, it's one of the first things I look at. But I make sure to trade things that not everybody is trading. Because the truth is, there's players trading that with a whole lot more money than I can even imagine, right? So if you want to play that game, you have to play it on their level, and I just can't. But seeing, okay, do you want to know how it went to -17, right? So basically, there's the way there's the way I'll trade, and there's the way everybody will trade that has like a, I don't know, £10,000 account. There's a slightly different way that people trade that have like £100,000 account. There's a very, very different way that people with $1 million account will trade. And there's an even more different way that people with a $10 million, $100 million account will trade. Okay. So if you've got anything upwards of $1 million in your account and you're trading with that, what you're doing, you're not placing any orders now, right? You will place what's kind of like a limit order or a stop order, right? So basically, if the price gets to this point, your trade will begin, right? That's what's been happening. That's kind of how you can predict where it's going to go higher, when it's going to go lower, if you think along those lines, right? It's very difficult to explain without showing you a chart, but that's the basic idea, right? So when all this Corona stuff happened, I imagine all the smart folk, and this is the folk with like the $10 million, $100 million accounts, they removed that kind of. So if before everybody was like, okay, if the price gets to $19, we're gonna put in this much money, and then the money will go back up again, right? And then we'll make money. Everybody removed their later orders. So there was nowhere for it to fall to, nowhere for the price to fall to, so that it could bounce and come back up. Does that make any sense?
Man, it makes total sense with marketing agencies. The exact same things happen. Do you know how many are in the world? Like, there's so many marketing and advertising agencies that, remember, we have conversations about them doing it wrong all the time.
Yeah.
They take payments. So, for instance, they'll take a payment and then run an ad against it, which will charge the client. They'll either pay up front, or they'll put like a, right, we're going to expect this amount in the future, so then they can use that to leverage debt. Yesterday, about 10:30, most businesses got their loan through and let their marketing agency go, because the loan wasn't anywhere near as what they thought it was going to be.
Wow.
Or they got declined for it. And these agencies that have leveraged 10, 30, 40, 50,000 are gone, man. Like, I've got almost, I think, about 208 emails to kind of reply to over the weekend, and it's my pick who I want to work with.
Shit.
I'm dropping courses on like how to do it yourself, but it's insane. Like, because I'm transitioning from the kind of online stuff, because that's going to take a bad hit route, and then the coming kind of recession that's happening. But with kind of trading and stuff, I've been investing quite heavily into. So the London Stock Exchange is in pennies, which is a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
I've been buying up stocks and companies that are like rock bottom.
I mean, now's the time. You're buying everything at a discount. Think of it that way. You know, everything's in clearance right now, which is brilliant.
I'm getting like cinema stocks and stuff like that. So I got Cineworld.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, because no one's going to the cinema. Perfect timing.
And they're not giving dividends out this year, so I put £100 in it. It's not much. I was like, I'll just get £100 in shares. But I think I got it for. I'll literally tell you what I got it for. So I got it 53.
Fuck.
52,
about a half price.
52.50. So that's like 50. It's traded in pence, so it's 52 pence.
Yeah.
And the stock just new is fell again, but it's at 53.34. But yesterday it went up to 57. But man, like,
I mean, that's the kind of intraday moves won't matter once the world's back up and running again. right? You imagine when the coronavirus is gone and everybody's going to cinema again, boof, that's going to shoot right back up.
Yeah, well,
So
see,
if you could hold that position for like the next month or so, yeah,
last
you'll
year
be
at
looking
this
good.
time, it was trading for 314.20.
Wow.
So I'm holding out till it gets, no, even if it gets over 100, I'm just going to sell. But
That's it. That's
I'm holding
fantastic.
out for a minute, and I've been buying like small. I invested in gold. Obviously, I told you a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
and that's insane, man. It's like the highest it's ever been.
Yeah.
Which is obviously people worrying about recessions, so they're buying commodity.
Mm.
But
Yeah, well, all this is going to shoot the price of gold up. I mean, when the price of everything else starts dropping, the price of gold will increase because people believe that gold has value. But personally, I don't believe it does, simply because fuck you
it's
gonna do with
shiny.
gold? The fuck you gonna do with it? I mean,
It's the
when money
future.
is worthless, no one's gonna actually take gold instead of something else. Like, you're not gonna give a gold coin and get a bag of rice. This is not gonna work like that.
That would be so fucking pirate-esque, man. It'd be great.
Oh
But
man, it'll be hilarious.
just flick it over to somebody.
Mm.
um,
I'll trade you 2 gold coins for your sheep, young sir. Fuck that. Okay.
I mean, it's insane. See, if you look at the American stocks as well,
Yeah.
things are going up, but there's no
Yeah.
business. Like, business is
Yeah.
going down, but things are going up because you keep printing money. What happened in 2008 was obviously they done the exact same thing with mortgages, but
Yeah.
they're doing the same thing with stocks, mortgages, bonds, savings, like everything.
Wow.
It's people don't even. It's insane. Like if you know how I'm obsessed with like the recession in 2008 and 2001,
Mm.
so like I can see how it's going to play, and I can see it's even bigger than
It's kind of time for another one, isn't it?
man. It's going to be huge. Like it's insane how big it's going to be, and I've been saying it's
Yeah.
going to come for probably the past 2 years
Uh-huh.
because what happened in 2008, people kind of just bailed or sell out.
Yeah.
So like people with mortgages and stuff, like if it was like a 1930s depression, mortgages are going tomorrow. The
Yeah.
bank will
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
recall the
Exactly.
house because they need the money, which is
Shit.
it's insane. And that's why I always tell people don't buy a house until you can buy it outright or until you can pay like 50%
Mm.
or like 40%. So you've got like a good leverage on the bank because
Shit.
some people are only paying 10%. The bank owns 90% of your house and they're paying it over 25, 30
Ugh.
years. They're fucked, man.
Yeah. Kind of screwed, eh?
And if
Oh
you
my
think
goodness.
those people are on finance with their cars, finance with a phone, fuck, they're even.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was all because of this that the kind of 2008 recession happened, right? Because everyone was borrowing everything. So, I mean, now you'll get to see. I mean, this is one of the reasons I never did it. I never wanted to like get a nice car and pay £1,000 a month to my bank just so I could drive around a nice car. It's
I'd
simply
rather go
because
for a
of that.
walk.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck, man. Like, I don't need to show everybody I'm rich by getting a loan. You know what I mean?
See everybody we went to school with, man. That's all they do. Like
Yeah.
people that I spoke to that I don't really get on with recently. So I was trying to get them on the. Well, they were wanting to come on the podcast, but I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want you on it because they don't seem a good fit. But
Yeah.
they were telling me like they've financed their sofas in their house, their PlayStation, their TV,
Yeah,
their
fucking Bright
blinds,
House and all that shit, right?
their fucking blinds. I was like,
Fuck, man.
you just don't have no assets. Is it,
I won't lie. The only thing that I'd done a loan on was my TV. And it was huge. Like, it was honestly, it was gigantic. And
if it's the one I'm
I was
thinking,
super
man, it
happy
was
about it.
huge.
Yeah, you saw it, right? You came over,
Oh,
you
it
saw
was
my
massive.
giant TV. Like, fucking hell. So, like, that I got like, it was like 40 pound a month, something like that. But it was great. It was fantastic. But like, I mean, you can't live your entire life on a loan. You know what I mean? You just can't fucking do it. First of all, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any financial sense that you're making what £1,200 a month, like your mates, right? They're
Mhm.
making £1,200 a month working at a call center. 500's going for rent. Another 300's going for all your sofa and your TV and your this and your that. and then the rest is going on food. You don't have anything else to do anything else with. It just doesn't make sense.
And the one thing that people forget is everybody pays insurance on everything that they finance, so like their mortgage, and they pay their house insurance.
Yeah.
They pay like their safeties, their securities, their life insurance, the damage insurance on their sofa because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
When it's a scam. Like this is I was talking about, say, like the Matrix thing that I went into. I'm like, and then obviously I believe really strongly that everybody should do their own thing.
Yeah.
Like even if you took a job in a call center, like you should be self-employed.
Like you still gotta have your own little side thing. Yeah, of course.
No, you could be self-employed working in that call center because you could work your own hours. Like if every week they went, we need you to, if it's an inbound call center, we need you to talk to 200 people, but you speak to people a day, Monday and Tuesday, then what's the need for you to be in the rest of the week?
Yeah, exactly. You've hit your quota.
So you just go back home. You're going to be more happy, more relaxed. And then if they brought in some sort of universal credit, but like, I'm like, it's insane. It's a scam. People have been sold a scam and they don't even see it.
See, with universal credit, right? You mentioned this last time as well, and I like the idea of universal credit, but I prefer the idea of people figuring out their thing and working at it, right? Because if everyone has universal credit, I think they'll sit on their ass and do nothing. You know, because it's like, fuck it, I'm making 1,500, all my bills are paid, everything's fine, I'm fed, I'm watered, everyone around me's happy, it's all good. You know what I mean? But on the other side, you've got folks like me and you who like you go through a bit of shit, you go through some good stuff, and you see, oh wow, there's some great stuff to life. You know what I mean? I think you got to experience that. I think that's a fantastic thing to experience. You know, and then to find a craft, get really good at it, get rich from it. Like, I don't think that entire journey would be as what's the word I'm looking for? As delicious if universal credit was a thing.
Man, see, like when I say about universal credit, I mean like everybody should get like. So say for instance, everybody gets £1,000, right? It weeds out the weak people anyway. The people that are going to be stuck at the terrible jobs because they're going to be relaxing anyhow. But for instance, if you give universal credit, right, but it's mandatory that you need to go to a job for a certain amount of time, like everybody needs to go to a job. Plus, it eliminates homelessness. Because those people, for instance, junkies, you know what they're like in Glasgow, they're going to be junkies anyway.
Yeah, true. They're not going to even take universal credit.
But if you from the age of 18, like the way I would do it is like a staggered effect. So at 18, most people still stay in the house, so they could get like 500 a month. They'll say they're 25, but so then they need to get a job to supplement the income. 25 to above. If you get £1,000 a month, you want to get a job to supplement it because you're looking at getting married, starting a family, or cars and stuff like that. So it's always about supplementing. People won't get lazy. People get more greedy. Obviously, it's a capitalist mentality, but also when it comes to those people that are lazy, it weeds them out anyway. You can see exactly who it is. Or you're just living on £1,000. Well, I've got a job in a call centre. I'm getting 2,500 a month.
Those folk aren't going to do anything in the first place, eh?
And the whole thing about money is insanely silly anyway. Like, what do we trade? Paper? What the fuck? I drew in a bit of paper, and that's worth 20 something.
£20.
Like a random number.
Yeah.
But I managed it. The universal thing is, I'm a really strong supporter of it.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. People will be lazy. I think, you would need to put it in for like a year first.
Yeah.
And just let people be lazy. But people then
it's weird. I mean, looking at the logistics of it, I don't know if logistics is the right word, but like looking at the kind of starting thing of it, I think if if the UK government simply starts by removing your 20% tax, because honestly, like, I remember working in the UK, every time you get your paycheck, you see what it actually is, and then you see what it is after tax. So I was getting something like 1,500 up to 1,600, and then like after tax it's 1,200, and you're just like, don't show it. Don't show me what it used to be. Don't make it worse, right? I think if that's removed, so either way, the UK is taxing every single product, right? So you pay VAT tax on like a chocolate bar, on absolutely everything. So if you're getting to keep that, that's already a 20% pay rise for every person, you know? I think that's a step in the right direction.
See, so the best thing about, not the best thing, one of the worst things about being in the UK is the tax rate fucking so high. Like, if you earn under 12,000, which most small businesses do,
yeah,
it's tax free. It's just classed as a personal allowance.
Okay.
But then it, obviously between 12,000 and 50,000, I think it's like 20, 50 to 150 is 40. Give me a minute, I'll Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 to 150,000 is 40%, and over 150,000 is 45%.
Okay.
So if you earn $1 million, you need to give 450,000 to the fucking tax man. No. But then like, the more about the benefit service, but see then if you had universal basic income,
yeah,
there would be no benefits. Everybody would be in the same level, so there would be no need to go to a fancier school. There'd be no need to.
Yeah.
Obviously, to get better jobs, you could go to different kind
of more specialized unis or whatever.
If you want to be like an advertiser or a marketer, like for us in St. Roch's and Royston, there was no way that we were taught to be a business owner.
Yeah.
You were literally, and it's a problem with the education system as well. Like when it's a way back to nursery, you're literally 3 hours in nursery to start with, then you go up to a full day, then you go 6 hours in primary, then it goes up to 7 hours in secondary, then you've got your uni, then you get a job. It literally goes all the way back. Everything needs to change.
No, I mean it's the subjects. It's the subjects as well. I remember a bunch of folk in my year were trying to get psychology put into into one of the subjects that you could choose, and that's a perfect idea. You know,
yeah, man, I think I signed that as well.
Yeah, like folks at St. Roch's, like we never got that opportunity. It was fucking home economics, music, drama, your absolute run of the mill shit. It was never anything interesting. I'm thinking, did we get Spanish? Or was it just French?
Was that Italian or French?
Fuck. And you got picked. And they're both shit languages.
See, when you done Italian or French, thank you, man. Fucking nobody else ever. Like, French is pretty cool, right? But who the fuck wants to speak French? It's not that hard to learn.
Who even wants to go to France? Fucking hell, like, it's just full of pickpockets. Like, it's just full of thieves and pickpockets. I didn't like it. I went once, I'm never going back. It's not happening again.
I've got family from France, man. I loved it so.
Alright.
No, but see, like, and to get your language, I don't know if you remember this, but see, primary 6.
Okay.
You'll get picked, whatever class you're in. You went to primary here, didn't you? Yeah?
Oh no, I started the first year.
Alright, well, in primary 6 or 7 in the UK or Scotland, you get picked. Yeah. So in my primary was 2 classes, so 6A and 6B.
Yeah.
6B done French and 6A, which I was in, done Italian, and that's what you had to do. I didn't even get a choice to do French or Italian. I just got told.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, hated Italian.
Fuck, man. It's super annoying. Like, you should get the choice, and not only that, you should be able to choose something that you actually want to choose. It can't be like this fucking bargain bucket of subjects that nobody wants to choose, but you have to choose.
In second year, you need to pick your third and fourth year subjects, which pretty much decides what career you're going to get. You're like, what, 13? How do you know what you want to do for a living?
I fucking chose chemistry. Like, what the fuck does chemistry have to do with my fucking future? Jeez.
Yeah, man, it's insane. Like, you're 13. What the fuck do you know about the world? Like,
exactly. Fucking hell, man.
Like, you need the education. another thing that I hate, man. Even with like my kids just now, so this sounds terrible, but they don't learn anything at nursery. Most of the time in nursery, it's like about playing games and things like that. I've got them counting to 100. They can count like both of them are 4 just now. My wee boy's got to turn 5 in a month. Both of them can count to 100. They can recognise numbers. They know most of the alphabet. Still mixing things up. That's at a 7 to 8-year-old education level, and they're only 4. From what I've been doing in the house with them,
you can accelerate it so much at home. Because like honestly, before I became a teacher, I thought like it was this big deal. Teaching, blah blah. No, anybody can become a teacher. All you have to do is have a good relationship with the student, which normally a parent has a great relationship with the child. So it's like kind of the perfect person to do it. It's just that most folk are working 9-hour jobs or whatever, and they can't make the time for it. You're in the perfect place. The perfect position. At home, you can teach your kid like absolutely whatever you wanted to know, and like kind of supercharge the learning.
Yeah, man, it's insane. Like I've got them. Like they can recognise numbers. Obviously, they make mistakes here and there.
Yeah.
Like you know, like when like my little boy when he's counting, he gets 6, 7, and 8. He gets mixed up with.
Okay.
If there's 2 8s in a row, or if there's an 8 in the number, he might get mixed up. Call it 7, but then 7 he'll call 6. But then he knows he's wrong, so like he'll correct himself. But like it's cool to see that learning process as well from like such a young age.
Yeah.
And both of them have says like the nursery put up some videos. I put them on for them, and they were like, "This is." My little girl literally turned to me and went, "This is boring. Can we do what you do?"
Nice. That's amazing.
Insane. The other thing, obviously, we're talking about trading. I bought some shares in. I know this is probably going to fail, but it's called Marston's Brewery.
Okay.
I got them for 30 pence.
Okay.
Last year, at this time, they were trading for 130. So I'm like, I got £100 worth of those shares at 30 pence each.
Yeah.
And last year, like I said, they were trading at 130 pence. I'm like, I'm going to make an insane return if they get anything where they're going to be.
Oh, excuse me. I mean, see with trading, my cousin, right? He put in I don't know, it was like £100 account or a £200 account or something. He blew it in a weekend due to this oil thing. He's this pharmaceutical guy, right? He stayed over at my mum's for a couple of years to do a certification. Now he's
Do you mind
in
holding
London.
this slot for 2 wee minutes, man? Because my door's just went. I'm just going to check it. The podcast will still run. You can still talk, whatever you want to do. I just need to check my door.
No, I'll wait.
I'll be 2 minutes, man.
Just charging my I'm on 26%. Yeah, doing all right. Should last. Let's see if I got any good notifications. Nope. Nobody wants to talk to me. It's okay. Barry wants to talk to me. That's good. Keeps it interesting. Coming up in the second half of the High Grind podcast, we're going to go over... What are we going to go over? Something I wanted to talk about. I forgot it. It's going to come to me later. It's all G. It's all good. If you're still listening, then good. Great for you.
Just
fantastic patience. Oh, hello.
I was just some protein coming.
Oh, nice. Did you just get protein, or you get like pills and stuff and other stuff too?
Just protein, man. That's all I really need. I'm on this like fucking insane workout thing just now that I'm doing, and
nice.
Yeah, so I've totally lost track. Your friend.
Yeah, where were we? Oh yeah. So my cousin
lost it.
Yeah. So my cousin was trading oil, lost it, but he's basically what I was trying to say is he studied pharmaceuticals. Now he's in London, working a pharmaceutical job, earning big money. He's doing great. But he's like trading in oil, something he knows nothing about. I found great success in trading video games, like video game companies and kind of toy companies and just stuff that I know, stuff that I give two shits about, stuff that I care about just a little bit. Whatever it is that you care about just a tiny bit, that's why I think it's a terrible idea to trade in oil and stuff, because nobody really cares about it. Because if you care about it, then you're going to go the extra mile to learn everything about it, right? If you care about beer companies, which I imagine you do,
Of course.
it makes sense to trade those companies, because you'll know if the beer is any good, because you'll taste it and you'll be like, I like this. I think I'll have it again. Just that thought makes it a tradable company. You know what I mean? Because everybody else is going to drink it and be like, ooh, this is good. I'm going to get it again. And they're going to buy it, and that's what pushes the price up. So, yeah, that was it. That was all. That was kind of what I wanted to say. When you're picking companies, pick a company you not care about the company or get emotionally invested in the company. Just if it's an industry that you know a touch more about, like if there's a marketing company on the market that you know something about, and you're like, ooh, these guys are all right. They've got this client, that client, and this client, and I think they're going to be afloat for the next few years. Great. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the kind of thing that you want to be investing in, more than anything else. Yeah, that was it. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, man. So like I invested with Brewdog as well, which is like a really nice beer. This company's more like they run breweries and they run like hotels and things like that.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you need to weigh it up between, if you know what I mean. Like you have to kind of weigh the pros and cons up of everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally get what you mean. Like, give a fuck about what you're investing in. Like I've invested in lots of video game stuff over the past couple of days.
Nice.
Insanely amounts. Like I shouldn't be wasting that much.
No, it's a good time. It really is a good time. Like everything's been cancelled, E3 and blah blah, and all these kind of game conferences are being cancelled. And every time one gets cancelled, it pushes the price lower and lower, which is perfect, because next year when everything's up and running again, boom, it's just gonna skyrocket back up. I think it's a great time to be a trader. I really do. I think it's a great time to know what you're doing, put some money in, and just fucking go right for it. It can suck, because if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna lose a whole lot of money, like my cousin. But yeah, if you're if you're into the industry, fucking go for it, man. It'll be perfect. And actually, here's one thing I wanted to tell you about. This is my argument against universal credit, right? And I like universal credit. I like the idea of it, because it sounds good. It sounds good that everybody's looked after. But I believe in hardship. And I know that sounds really fucked up, but I do. I believe in hardship. I believe that it helps shape a human being into a better human being. Not that like someone should intentionally put you through it, but you should seek it. Like hard work is hard. It's a hardship in my opinion, but you have to seek it. You have to go for it. Like working hard at the gym or working hard at your studies or whatever it is. You have to put yourself through that in order to become a better person, earn more money, know more, blah, 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 right? I'll give you an example. Like right now, and I've only recently discovered this, I fucking love toys. Like I really, really, really fucking love toys. There's a Kickstarter for Spawn, for this remastered Spawn toy. It's like $40 for the toy, $33 shipping. It's like, fuck it, I'm in. It's a great toy. I fucking love Spawn. I started reading the Spawn comic. I don't think I would be able to be honest with myself and be like, yeah, I like toys, if I hadn't kind of gotten to this place of mental freedom. I think you only get to this place of mental freedom after the hardship, like hardship of work or hardship of whatever. Does this idea make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't know how possible that is if I know in the back of my mind, oh, if I sit and do nothing, I got £1,000 coming into my account. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, see, that's like, I'm the opposite. I think if you have that £1,000 and your bills are covered, and then you want like a fucking, so for me, I love Judge Dredd, and I love like Wolverine, and as you've seen my shit, Wolverine, Terminator, things like that.
Yeah.
There's a Wolverine toy that came in a cereal box I had when I was younger, and it's impossible to find them now. They used to get them everywhere, and they cost like 150 to 250 to buy it.
Okay.
So I bought it the other day, and it's because I'm in that position, obviously going through that hardship kind of thing.
Yeah.
From being homeless to where I am now, which is insane, which I need to write a book about. But I think, see, the £1,000 kind of thing, especially at that time when I was kind of being homeless and stuff, would have saved me so much.
Oh
Like,
yeah, it would have saved you so much trouble.
I would have still went through the hardship, like I would have still went through the hard time, but it would have gave me like a peace of mind of having somewhere to rest my head, because it literally put everything, dreams, everything on the back burner for a good 4, 5, even 6 years.
Yeah.
And that's insane to think, like, if I just had like a little bit coming in. Plus, if there's an insane fucking cool looking Judge Dredd or Wolverine toy, whatever it costs, I'm going to buy it. So like, if you've got £1,000 coming in, you've got your bills covered. You've got more to spend on things. You've got more to go to the cinema, to go to nightclubs, to go on holiday and travel the world. How many people do you know that we went to school with, that haven't even left this country?
Yeah, I can, or the only place they have been is
Spain.
Sugarloaf, you know.
I fuck it, like, why Spain's a cool place, right? But the places that they go,
if it's the only place you've been to, like, if it's the only place you've been to, and then the only reason you've been there is partying, you've not really traveled. You've had a party holiday, and then you came home.
Like Russia, Mongolia, Kazakhstan, Vietnam, Thailand, China, Japan. There's so fucking many places to go. Brazil.
So much cool shit to learn. Look, with great power comes great responsibility, and I think having that safety net.
Also, natural selection, man. We could start a purge.
We could start a what?
We could start the purge and just do like natural selection. So like the weak just get took out. But like the laziness. So the people that are lazy, they are still going to go through a hard time, because if they're just scraping by, they're still going to be that like person that's scraping by, instead of from the person that's like out there working insane amounts of hours. Like for me, I get up at I get up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I exercise for the first time, then get my kids up, have breakfast. I've pretty much got my business day done by that time. I've got the team knowing what they're going to be doing. Then I'm podcasting. I've got my kids. I'm teaching them, and it's just that constant movement. Like if I got £1,000 in my bank every day, I would still be moving, because £1,000 the start line. It's and it will give entrepreneurs and give like people that are into arts or video games. Like imagine if you knew the minute you left school you're going to get £500 and then 1,000 you're 25. You'd probably be designing video games and trading all day just now.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you'd be able to sit still for a minute rather than having to think. Like I can't deny that. I can't deny that. Like it will be. There's a lot of folk that'll benefit from it. 100%. I don't know. I just feel as if there has to be okay, all right, no, let me rephrase. I think for me, my fire came about because of the lows I reached. Does that make sense? Like I only woke up and was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do everything I want to do in my life because of the shit that's happened in my life. with that coming in, with that £500, £1,000, whatever coming in, that wouldn't have happened. I would have sat there. I would have just chilled. I would have been like, fuck it. I'm gonna smoke weed all day, because I got £1,000 coming in. I don't have anything else to do. Yeah, I don't know.
Then I would say we would have to. Obviously, right now, if you want to give somebody £1,000 or £500, they're going to sit there and smoke weed every day, drink, and not do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
But see if you re-energize the education system. Like a classroom looks the exact same way it did like 150 years ago.
Yeah.
But if you actually change
now
it,
you're making sense.
To make it seem like, so like £1,000 is just £1,000. It's the baseline. You get your bills paid. But do you just want to get your bills paid, or do you want to fucking excel at things? Do you want to be the best?
Yeah.
Like if you were a Muay Thai fighter, Muay Thai fighters get paid nothing. And if you got £1,000 to get your bills paid, you'd be the fucking training every single day. You'd be the best Muay Thai fighter, and then imagine the peaks that humanity could get to. There'd be people fighting.
Yeah, true.
You'd just be looking at each other, telekinesis fighting and stuff like that.
Do you think there'll be just a less sorry, what's the fucking word I'm thinking of? A smaller focus on money and just a bigger focus on getting good at shit.
Yeah, man, just passion. Like this is people forget. Like, I know. Before you came on, you said that you wanted to speak about your why, but like why is linked to passion and linked to happiness.
Yeah.
Obviously, money is important in this society just now, but money will always be important. Having commodities and make yourself seem like you're better than other people will always be important if you keep like a capitalist lifestyle.
Yeah.
Or even a communist or socialist. It's always
I think if you change the mindset into a communist mindset, there will be a bigger push for the arts and for passions and things like that, which I agree with, which I think is fucking fantastic. If there's more artists and more poets and more stuff like that about, and the world will be a better place for sure, because there's less people wanting to stab others in the back just so that they can pay their bills. You know what I mean?
I think communism got it wrong. So like communism and socialism got it wrong because everybody has like, if you look at countries, like if you look at the old USSR and then you look at China and stuff like that, like they live really below the poverty line.
Yeah.
But see if everybody was elevated to like £1,000. Now £1,000 is not a lot, but it's enough to get by. If it gave everybody that enough to get by, instead of from like here's like 5 grams of rice or something like that every day. If it gave somebody something, it would literally create the arts and things like that. But what happens when communists and socialists take over is the arts start to collapse because they don't have a mentality to succeed. Plus everybody gets minimal. Like instead of everybody getting like a raising where the minimal is, pretty much the education system needs to be changed.
I think that's where it starts. I think if that gets a bigger tweak, because here's what it is. You said education system, right? I don't think the subjects and all that, and you say it's not even that big a change that needs to happen. Can I ask you a question? See, when you're dealing with your kids, right? Let's say they're being naughty, all right? Do you ever say, right, if you stop being naughty, I'll give you a chocolate bar. If you stop being naughty, I'll give you £5 or whatever it is. Is there an incentive, a physical incentive ever?
No, man, for me, I don't. What I do is I normally explain it. So, like, see if they're being, like, obviously, there's times when you'll be like, just stop it, you fucking pain. But, like, there's other things that when like, after I've said that, or if I've had to shout at them, I'll go, this is why I shouted at you. I explain it.
Okay.
And then, like, so any incentives, I'll see when they do good. So, I'm not into this 8th place medal shit like you do.
You
do
get a medal just for trying or whatever.
I like why you get a medal for trying, like that's a waste of time. But like if they do good, then I give incentives. If they do bad, nothing gets took away. But I tell them exactly what they're doing wrong, how to change it. If it happens again, then there is consequences, just like there is in the real world.
Okay, so that's the right way of doing it. The way that most teachers will do it in class, and this happens everywhere in the world. This happens with every single teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you, like, say, for example, some of the schools in Hanoi were offering fake dollars, right? Now you can use these fake dollars to go and buy crisps at the shop or chocolate or whatever you want, right? But basically, do your homework, be nice in class, come in on time, behave, don't do bad stuff, and you'll get the maximum amount of fake dollars at the end of the class. What this does is, from a very young age, you're conditioned to chase the fucking carrot on a stick, right?
Hmm.
It's that idea. It's that idea, because then you grow up, and what are you going to do? You're not going to do the arts. You're not going to sit there and think about what you want to do. No, you're going to keep chasing this imaginary fucking carrot, imaginary dollars or whatever the fuck it is. I think that needs to change. And all schools need to change that, you know? All schools need to, well, it's going to take like maybe 1,000 years. Every few hundred years, a bunch of schools are going to do it. There has to be more of your way of doing things, which is the right way, which is like sitting a kid down and treating him like an actual human being, not a child, but like a human being, and being like, hey, look, if you don't do the work, this is what's going to happen. You have to control your insides, and you have to do the right thing. You know, that has to be drilled in the beginning, not bypassed with a fake dollar.
Even with this virus just now, man, like you see people on like social media, like, oh, my kids are dying to go to the park and like, people for walks and things like that. Like, my kids know that there's a virus outside. We need to stay in a little bit more. We're kind of going out, but we're doing exercises inside. Yeah. But if we go out for a walk, we'll maybe doing it 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
It's a small walk, it's nothing big. Just to reduce that risk of getting a virus, no matter what anybody thinks about it. Yeah. But it's like they know. Like, so see if I say, right, I've got an important call coming, or I've got I need to do a podcast. Even if they're in the house, they'll sit in with me doing the podcast, knowing that they need to be quiet, because I've instilled that kind of mentality of like, they're a person, they're just a human being, they're not like a child.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing to teach, but it's the most important thing in helping just a kid understand that. Sorry, I just went in to get some more water. I think as adults, we've all got to become better teachers, not just teachers. Every single person. Think of the amount of parents right now that can't properly educate their kids. You know, not like in a subject, but like for basic manners and shit. You know what I mean? Like, if every single adult in the world read one parenting book, the world would be an immensely better place overnight. You know what I mean?
I'd see even the parenting books, I think it's like, you know, like social justice warriors and things like that just now. This is pure because of like the lack of discipline within. So like, my kids know I'm disciplined, so it's up in the morning, exercise. But I could go out a night before, get hammered, and I'll still get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe have a lie until 5.
Yeah.
And I'll go exercise, and I'll do.
You're leading by example.
It's discipline. Like, why would I want to waste this life on a rock that floats around a big lava mound in the fucking space? Like, what the like, it's such a silly thing. Like, people just, you need to be disciplined. It's a fake system anyway, so you need to play the system. People just, I teach my kids that as well. I've been teaching them about stocks, ups and downs, the recognising patterns in the market as well. Like, not like big patterns now, like if they see something going down and then up, they recognise it. But like, they're 4. I mean, imagine I teach them this till they're 18.
Yeah, I mean, like, even just like I didn't know about, like, I'd heard about the stock market up until I was about 25, but I didn't know that you could download it on your computer and you could like trade stocks. I didn't know it was as simple as that. I thought you had to have $1 million, you had to know a guy, you had to go into a meeting, you had to sit down with a guy in a suit and, like, you know, do it all like that. I don't know, you could just sit on a beach somewhere, chill, and trade your stocks, do what you got to do. So I think, I think you've got to, like I can imagine if from now until 20 years later, your kids have these ideas rattling around in their heads, it's just gonna, like, it can't go badly. You know what I mean? It can't be any worse than what anybody else is doing. Like, if they'll pick something up like that, if they'll go into trading, they'll be like, wow, I've seen this before. This seems like a good idea. Go for it. They have that openness to it, you know?
And it's the same thing, like, you watch what people are doing. So, for instance, like my little girl leans into, she likes doing like Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, she likes drawing, so she's like more artistic and stuff like that. Like, no artistic, she likes drawing and shit. My boy likes discipline more, so he likes like more disciplined things instead of so like more disciplined stuff instead of from like, I don't know how to say it. Instead from like free sports, like when you're by yourself, he likes to be team sports with discipline and like rules.
Okay.
A little girl loves like being herself and being in control of things, which is it's weird to see the total difference between both of them.
Yeah.
But again, it goes back to that same fundamental that the education system has clearly already failed them. But the teachers didn't even know where broccoli came from.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's hard. It's difficult to pinpoint exactly who it is to blame, because the teacher's like doing as best they can. Every other person at the school is doing the best that they know, but is what they know enough? That's the question, and it really isn't. I think mandatory. It should be mandatory for every single person to do one book every 3 months. Fuck it. Read a single fucking book every 3 months.
Listen
Like,
to a book.
that's not hard. Yeah, listen to a book. Do a fucking ebook. Whatever the fuck you want. Just, like, get it done. Because it's so important. It's like self-improvement is important for every single person. If I'm ever running my own country, I'm going to make that a rule. If the amount of books that you've done at the end of the year, you get a fucking tax break. If you have read fucking a book every month, fuck it. I'm going to give you like X amount of tax back. Just go chill. Go do whatever fuck you want.
Yeah, man, it's insane, like, how people just don't take advantage of it. So, like, I'm trying to do like a book a week, because audiobooks is like 10 hours, maybe 12 hours. I'm just trying to listen to like a book a week and get that knowledge in there.
Yeah.
I'm also reading like a book. I'm normally taking about maybe a page or two a day, depending on how busy I am.
Nice.
But when I'm exercising, I know I've got like a good hour and a half, even 2 hours set aside that I can lift weights and listen to like this audiobook, go for a run.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't get why people don't take in information. Like,
I
why
mean,
people don't.
it's one
What you're
thing to
learning.
say it's hard. It's one thing to say it's difficult, but it really isn't. You can, like, you're going to the gym, you listen to an audiobook, boom. If you're doing the dishes, if you're making food, my goodness, after I stopped, so my chef hasn't been able to make food for me this month, right? Because all of Vietnam's in like a proper lockdown. So I've been making food, and like, oh my goodness, I spend hours chopping up shit because I fucking suck at cooking, right? I'm preparing food and cooking about it. You have all this time to listen to a fucking audiobook. Like, why the fuck not? Why not? What's the use in not doing so?
And you can learn like a new skill. Like, YouTube a skill that you want to learn.
Yeah.
Fucking do something with your life. Obviously, it just gets me now. Obviously, we're talking about like your why, like why you want to be the person you want to be.
Yeah.
It just gets you to the point that, like, why would you not want to be that person? Like how can some
Yeah.
people just wake up in the morning and be
Well,
happy with
that's it.
like,
This is my point. You have to reach rock bottom. You have to get there, because if you don't, there's no reason for you to go upwards. There's no reason, because here's the thing. I think when you reach rock bottom and you start working your way up, by the time you get to the midpoint, or by the time you get back to where you used to be, you're used to moving. You're used to listening to books. You're used to working and putting the hard work in, right? So then you continue that, and you're like, well, fuck it, I can continue this and do stock trading or marketing or whatever it is. And that's how you continue and go further. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, see, for like, obviously rock bottom for me was when I was sleeping in the street. But like
Yeah.
rock bottom's different for other people. But I totally get what you mean. Like, you need to get to that point to realise. Like, for me, it's like people are going, "Oh, you're going to lose all your clients. You're going to have to start from nothing." I'm like, well, it's not really starting from nothing. Like,
Yeah.
with money in the bank, like I'm going to start from a better position than when I was when I first started.
Yeah.
So it's a weird, like, kind of, to try and let people know, like, people need to reprogram, if that makes sense.
Yeah. 100%.
To get stuck in like the school mentality, even to set up a business for it just to be another job. They don't want to be
Yeah.
financially free. They don't want to like eventually get to a point when they don't have to work. They just kind of want to do this till they retire at 70. Also, coming off our last conversation, we were talking about the average lifespan.
Yeah.
The average lifespan of a human just now is 79 years,
Yeah.
and you retire when you're 70. So you work till you're
Fuck.
70, and you
Got
get
9 years.
9 years of freedom. I was going to send it to your Instagram the other day, but I was like, no, I'll ask him if he wants to do a podcast and keep it, because it's
Oh
fucking
man, this
disgusting.
sucks. My goodness.
Do you want to
Yeah,
talk about what
fuck
your
that.
why has been for a little bit? Because I just need to go
Um,
make sure my little kid's having her dinner, and then I'm going to pop
yeah.
back in. I'll be
No,
like
go
20
for it.
seconds.
Last time you were away, I was just chatting shit to myself. I was enjoying it.
Listen, I just need to make sure she's got pasta and shit, and she's weird to
Yeah.
me. I need to make sure she's eating it. If you
Yeah,
just
no,
in
do
a,
what you gotta do. I'll wait.
like your why, like where you want to be, and then
I'll wait till you get back. I want to say it to you, man. I want to
all
say
right,
it to
well,
nothing.
I feel special.
Yeah.
Come on, I'll be
All
things.
right, catch you in a bit. All right, let's see. How much charge have I got? 18%. Ooh, we've been going for an hour. This is good. It's pretty great. Girlfriend's in the house watching the other Bolin girl. Watched the first few minutes. It was really nice. It's really good. Diggity. Yeah, I gotta wash my clothes. Ooh, gotta wash my clothes. See, earlier on today, I went to wash my clothes, but the the washer had clothes in it. Let's see. Right now, yes, fucking empty. All right, should I do it now? Fuck it, do it tomorrow. What's the point in doing it now? I'll do it tomorrow. Because then I gotta dry it and it's all dark right now. I don't want to do it.
Right, man, that's I've eaten my dinner, so we're cool to go ahead.
Yeah, sweet.
She's fine.
Sorry, where was I?
Your why.
Oh,
So
yeah.
why do you want to be the person you want to be?
Honestly, the reason I want to be the person I want to be, I want to fucking collect toys, and I still want girls. Because if I collect toys and I'm poor, then I'm weird. But if I collect toys and I'm rich, then I'm cool. Then, oh, he's a collector, you know? Then it's not like a fucking... He's not a weird dude. Now, other than that, I think... Well, actually, no, that is the point. Because if you live whatever your truth is, whatever you want to do, like if you're living every day and you don't have to lie to anyone, you know, if you're going to your next fucking high school reunion and there's someone there who's an engineer or someone there who's a whatever, who's a lawyer, and you're sitting there like you have to lie about what you do, you know, then you're not living that best life that you want to be living. The only way to do it is to work at it. You're going to fail a bunch of times, but you'll get there in the end. But when you're honestly, you're not even gonna want to go to the high school reunion because you're at home playing with your fucking toys or whatever the fuck it is. Just living your best life because you're living it the way you want to live it, not the way anybody else wants you to live it, not the way you think other people, not the way you think other people think is the best way to live it, or whatever the fuck it is. You have to live true to yourself, 100% true to yourself. And that's my why. I feel that the only way I can live 100% true to myself is by being ridiculously rich. Because honestly, I love the idea of being a philanthropist. I love the idea of like helping people and setting up charities and doing all this stuff. But you can't do this as a poor guy. You know, I worked in charities. I worked for shelter and Greenpeace and Red Cross and all this stuff. I must have signed up. If I signed, I'd done it for 4 years, right? If I signed up 3 people a day, which is, call it 12 a week, call it 10 a week, 52 weeks in the year, that's 500 people a year, it's 2,000 people in 4 years, 2,000 times 10, that's what, 200,000 pound that I raised from different charities over the course of 4 years. As a millionaire, I could do that overnight. You know, so like, what's the point of being poor and wanting to do anything because you won't be able to do as much. You won't be able to do it as well. I just feel everything that I'm doing now, I can do so much in such better magnitudes, in such higher magnitudes if I was richer. And I can't steal that money. I can't get that money in any other way, because if I steal that money, then I'm not being true to myself. I have to earn it, and I have to earn it the right way. I have to earn it through knowledge, through craft, through something, through your heart and your soul leading you to something. That's why I think it's so important to live your best life. That's my why. That's my why. My why is simply to live my truest life. That's it. That's my why, man.
Definitely, man. It's like why the fuck would you want to? Why would you want to work for somebody else for the rest of your life and die? And always be stuck at the point of you're just there. You become like
just a cog in the machine.
You're always just there. You're never like above it. You're just always just about to get. Do you know what I mean? Like you're always just there, but you're never actually there.
I mean, you've got a choice.
The chasing the carrot.
Yeah, you got a choice every day. You can choose to live that Toyota Corsa. Sorry, no, not Corsa. Toyota. What's a shitty Toyota? It's not a Corsa. So it's a crappy Toyota.
All cars are shitty to me. I hate cars, man.
No, like you could be living a shite car life, or you could be living a Ferrari life. You know, why choose the shit car? A Toyota Corolla, that's what it is. Why choose a Toyota Corolla when you can have a Ferrari? All you got to do is put in 2 years of work, maybe 3, okay, call it 5 years of work, but you'll be driving a Ferrari for the rest of your life. Why not?
And see, this is the thing as well, like, people don't want to put that. People always thinking they're like, in 1 year I'll be a millionaire. No, let's be honest, probably in 10 to 15 years you'll be a millionaire. Like, look at it. You have to play that long ass game. Things change. You have to pivot. You have to change what you're doing. Everything, nothing stays the same, especially as the world's showing us right now. But like, people will just consistently go, okay, I'll go to a job and I'll set up my own business. But then they get to the age of like 29, 30. They've got a kid. Maybe they're getting married. They've got a mortgage. They've got a car. Their why becomes paying the bills. Instead of fuck the car, let's just go for a walk. You know what I mean? Okay, it's going to take us an hour to walk, but we can get a bus. So why do you need a car? Like, their why becomes different. Their why becomes paying bills and surviving, so just getting by, instead of from building something. Like I'm building this agency, my new agency that I've got. I'm building it in the high grind and things like that as well. I'm building it to last forever.
Yeah.
It's not just like I know I'm going to be at this for 20, 30 years. It's not going to be like a short term thing. Because one, I'm like a perfectionist and everything. So I'm like you could look at some of my work and go, that's the best work I've ever seen. But if it's not great to me, it's a waste of time.
Yeah. No,
That's why
100%.
I always function at such a high level because everything needs to be perfect. And
Well, like,
for me, that's why I've surrounded myself with great, like the team that I've got working for me, and my agency is great. Like the guys are insanely talented, and it's just being able to process it. And I think it's going to get to the point when I'm going to be able to step back for the business and let them just solely be running it.
Yeah.
And I can focus on my own. I'm building a brand and that kind of stuff. But at the moment, I'm there overseeing things. That's my why. My why is to make something that when my kids are 18 or 25 and they go, I want to do what you do. There you go. There's a business for you. I mean, it's like, you run it. Do what you want with it. I'm living on a beach, or
what an amazing place to be. You know, just to be like, all right, you wanna job, my son? Fuck it, I'll give you an entire business. You know, because at the end of the day, we are doing this for our kids. You know, it's for the next generation. All this stuff.
people don't want to fail, man. That's the problem. Like, I've failed more times than I've been successful. Like, I've literally had
Oh
more
yeah.
that have failed. I've been homeless twice. I used to sell on the street charities like you were for commissions, and then I've took charity jobs. I've failed more times than I've succeeded, but the times I've succeeded have been fucking amazing. And it's just that owning your fails. Like there's times that like I had a cleaning company, had it for a year, and I think I made £85. Like, and I didn't clean toilets, but I cleaned fucking toilets.
Okay.
Like, it's a learning experience. It's fun. You learn from everything that you do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like I'll tell people when I failed. Like I failed at I failed at. I had wrestling businesses that ended up going under. I failed at them. When I was homeless, when I lost my house and stuff like that, when my mum passed away, I failed at that. I failed at having my cleaning business. I got sacked from my job because I hated it. I failed at that. Like I own my fucking shit because it's fun. Like it's all learning, and people hate to like publicly go, "I failed."
It's see, that's the thing. That's another thing that schools have done. You have to, as teachers, you have to make it okay to fail. Now, that doesn't mean giving participation trophies or eighth place trophies, right? It just means that when someone fails, you can't laugh, you can't belittle, you can't shit all over someone just because they fell. You know what I mean? You have to help all the other students be like, okay, he failed, help him figure it out, and I'll give you an extra incentive or whatever it is, right? In that way, people will look for others to fail and will help them. Then that kind of the weather changes around the idea of failing, you know. Yeah, I think it's great to fail. I think it's an excellent thing to fail. You learn from failures. You don't learn from successes. You learn from failures.
Like for me, when my kids are learning as well, like if they get it wrong, I ask the other one, do they know the answer? And then if they know the answer, I ask them to explain how they know the answer. So like if they get stadium number 27 wrong, so then I go, what number is it? 27. Explain how you know it's 27, and then they'll explain it in a fun way, like a way that the other one can understand. Or the 2 looks like this, the 7 looks like an L upside down or something like that. Like it's a fun way to see like the kids explaining to each other, and it's a way that builds trust as well. Like it helps. Like with the human race, we're in this as a team. Like there's nobody better than others, but it is that stop that fucking participation trophy, man. Like how does that help your why? If you It's like going to the grip house, which is a mixed martial arts gym, just in case anybody's listening who don't know. And you get punched in the face off a guy, but then he goes, "That was great what you just done." Like, he never says that. He always goes,
Yeah.
"Good, but you need to do this." Like,
Yeah,
you're never going
exactly.
to beat Guy because he's insanely good, but people need to learn. Like, it just fucking does my tits in, man. When people
I
get
remember
8
one time I was sparring against Guy, and I was I was I was always a very tanky fighter. Now that's not very good because I like taking shots. Like I can take a shot and then I'll return, but you lose points, and that's what it is at the end of the day. Like fair enough, you can hit harder. Fair enough, you hit faster, you hit whatever. But if you're just taking shots, like okay, that'll work outside the ring, but you're inside a ring and you're trying to gain points. And I could never grasp that until way after my fighting thing finished, right? But I was sparring with Guy once, and he kept teeping my abs. And he hit once, and I was like, okay, that's fine. Pop, 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 hitting. Teep me again, right in the abs. Bam. Oh, okay, I might be able to take one more of those. Bam, 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 fighting. Kick me again in the abs, and I was like, fuck, I can't. I have to sit down. And then he sat next to me, and it was like, right. So you felt that, right? It was kind of like defense shield is going down, lower. Shit, I'm out. I can't do this. Stop taking kicks to the stomach, Merzad. Like, and I was like, okay, fine. All right, cool. You have a point there. I'll stop taking kicks to the stomach. But yeah, that was a failure. That was a mini failure. But you learn from it, as you say. It's just picking yourself up and going. All right, cool. What next? What can I fail at next? What can I learn next?
And you just say something there that's like key to what I take every single day. What can I fail at next? Like, what's the that can happen? I can fail. That's not.
Yeah, you're gonna
But I know,
die? No.
we're only here for what 79 years apparently. So fuck.
Yeah.
I don't really care what the fuck's going to happen to me.
Well, also, like, here's the other thing. You're here for an X amount of time, for a limited amount of time. There are certain things we know for certain things we cannot change, certain things that are just going to happen, and certain things that are just the price that you have to pay. So if you want to succeed massively, you have to be able to fail a whole bunch of times. So hurry up, get failing. Like, that's just something you have to do.
When I said that today, I was doing like a podcast, and I was like, hurry up and get failing.
Yeah.
Like, what you waiting for? Like, waiting for somebody, like, obviously I'm a perfectionist. I want everything to be perfect. When I fail, like, I beat myself up inside about it. But like, I give it a day or two, then I'm back to like, what's the next thing I'm going to do? Like, that's the way I'm on. I have that insane work ethic, which is when you fail at it, it's like, fuck, I put all else work in and I turn out to nothing. But then it's like, right, so what's the next thing? Like, it's what's the next thing I'm going to fail at? But then the next thing could be a success. Before you know it, you're building successes. You've got investments. You've got properties. Obviously not just now, but when it was. But it's just when people don't live like their why, what their why is. When they go to like, there's hundreds of thousands of people that you could speak to, and hundreds of people we went to school with. That they could be like, yeah, I really want to do this, but I'm just going to go to a job. And it, like, why? If you made £1,000 a month doing fucking game design or designing toys, and somebody else made £10,000 a month at a job they hate, the person who's making 1,000 is going to be happier. They can still get
You're gonna
by.
live a longer and better life.
Plus, if you really think about it, it's insane. It's just an insane world that people are in, just not living there. But why? Like you said, you're going to live a healthier, a better life. The person who then it comes to the key of like the education system always teaches you have to have great education to get great money, which will then teach you to be in debt and get a mortgage. Like, but if you got who really needs a 16 fucking room house? Like, as much as I want one, who really needs it? Like,
nobody needs it. Everybody wants it. Yeah.
And that's the
Have
thing,
you
is it like...
seen there's this movie Unaccepted or something like that. There's a film from 2006. The guys that made American Pie made it. This kid, a bunch of actors that you'll recognize, right? Jonah Hill and a few other ones, like a teen kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
This kid didn't get accepted into college when all his friends did, right? So his dad's really pissed off at him. So him and his mate make a website, and they get like an acceptance letter from this fake website. And he shows his dad, and his dad's really happy. So his dad's like, okay, I want to come see the school. So then he goes and finds this place, and he makes it looks nice, and he hires some guy that works at Foot Locker to come and be the dean, so the dad can talk to the dean. Okay, cool. So the dad believes that there's a school now, and the kid's like, okay, great, I'm in the clear. Next thing you know, there's somebody at the door of this establishment going, oh, I'm accepted as well, this complete stranger. And then like, well, how the fuck did you get accepted? Well, I went onto the website and I clicked the thing and I got accepted into this fake non-existent university, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they open the door and he sees like hundreds, thousands of other people have applied to this fake university and they've been accepted. Turns out the website, if you just click the thing, it'll send you your acceptance letter, right? All these people have paid their tuition and they've come into this place where they want to learn whatever. They end up learning whatever the fuck they want to learn. Some of them learn meditation. Some of them learn this. Some of them learn that. I thought it was a great movie that showed the difference between what people want to do versus what they're told to do. Because you'll go into university and there's like a module of this particular, like there's this one bit, this girl wanted to do art, or she wanted to do photography, but there was art photography and there was serious photography and none of them were part of her course and blah 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 blah. She couldn't get to do it in the end, right? Whereas at this other fake non-existent university, there's courses on skateboarding or whatever the fuck else you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I found that very interesting. I found that really cool how a lot of people, yeah, they'll go to university, they'll go to this, they'll go to that, and afterwards they'll still not live that life that they want to live. And there's no avoiding it. There's no avoiding trying different things, failing at it until you find your thing, whatever your thing is, and running after that. You know what I mean? It's not as simple as going to uni, picking up a brochure and being like, oh, okay, this looks good. It's never going to be that simple.
Well, look at us, man. We went to fucking college and done personal training.
Yeah, exactly. Fact.
I literally went and done that because I was like, it'd be great to spend so much time in the gym. But then I'm spending time in the gym actually working out now because I've got like a different businesses, which is insane. Like I'm actually enjoying being in the gym again. Like, you know how bad it was at college? It was terrible, and it was mostly sitting around doing fuck all day.
Yeah, I didn't finish. I got right to the end and I didn't finish. I only went to college because Miss Ross. You remember Miss Ross, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, "So what do you want to do in college?" I was like, "I don't fucking know." She's like, "What do you like?" I like exercising. Okay, cool. Go be a personal trainer. Okay, done.
I went to
Yeah.
college to do graphics design to start with.
Okay.
And I was like, this is nothing that I want to do. This is shite.
Yeah.
Just sitting in front of like a computer, drawing designs to put on a computer. I'm like, so why the fuck am I drawing them if I can just put it on the computer?
Yeah.
And I just left. My mum passed away. I left, and all that kind of stuff happened. Then I went to college to do 2 years later, or like a year and a half later. I went to do personal training
Mm.
at the HNC. I was like, I better just get the HND now since I'm here.
Yeah.
Got to the very end, and I was like, this is so shite, and I'm never going to use it.
Did we went to the same college as well, didn't we? North Glasgow.
Yeah, man. You were HNC when I was in HND.
Yeah, just started.
Shite.
Yeah, it's
Like,
freaking terrible, man.
But it's the same depressing stuff, isn't it? Like, how can they teach us, mate? Like, if they sit in a class as they explain a push-up to you. Like,
yeah, like
I know how a push-up works. I don't need you to explain it to me. Because it's easy to understand what it works, because what you do 100 push or do like 1,000 push-ups, wake up the next day, what's sore? Right, that's the muscles it works. Like fucking,
yeah.
it's such a silly concept to like. And
I
then
remember what's her name? One of the teachers was like, "We don't gulp water, we sip water." And I'm like, "The fuck's the difference? When you're thirsty, you're gonna drink." It's fucking hell, man.
I remember when I was doing like my Muay Thai fights, and we had to teach a class
Yeah.
doing a punch, and the teacher was like, "No, that's not how you do a punch." And I was like, "I literally just got punched in the face this weekend and won the fight. How do you know how to
Yeah, exactly. It's my
punch?
class.
You fucking idiot!"
Fuck, man.
Man, those people are still at that college, and the college obviously, like
Yeah.
the teachers that we had are still there, or they're retired. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, man? Like, who was it? Cosgrove. She was like a netball player, and she was like a famous netball player, but nobody knew her, like who she was. Because
She
was
wasn't
it?
very famous, eh?
I think it's netball. I don't know, the one the women always play. Being sexy.
Volleyball or whatever. I mean, does that really have a following? I don't know. I hope it does. I hope
It
she
was
really
something that it's
was.
like she pulled the match up, and it had like now the benches you had at school that had like 4 people sitting on it at the side who were taking part.
Yeah.
That would have been like a large gathering. I was like, whoa, this is
Got a
terrible.
turnout today.
5 people. It was fucking. It was a. I'm pretty much the why links to like passion, links to happiness, links that people forget to like. Yeah, you're going to go through times of like sadness and depression. Like I know you went through a little bit of time recently, and then before when you were riding your bike.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I was talking about that today actually. Fucking hell. Like, I worked in a little takeaway shop for a week because my mom had told somebody that like I didn't enjoy riding my bike, and I actually did enjoy riding that bicycle. It was a decent time. It wasn't as horrible as people think it was. Um, but yeah, I had to work in this fucking takeaway shop, packing takeaways and shit. And the boss came in at the end of that week and he paid me less than what he promised. And I was like, look, man, uh, I'm gonna take this money, but I ain't coming back next week. So I'm gonna get on my bike and I'm gonna make more in 3 days than what you've just fucking paid me.
Man,
Yeah.
I tell everybody about the conversations that we had when I was still working at a call centre. You were out there riding a bike. We went and got coffee when you came back to Dubai,
Yeah.
and we just kind of. I was like, I want to do this. You were like, why don't you just go do it? I was like, 'cause I'm sitting at this job. You're like, just fucking leave the job, man. You're like, why don't you? Then it was like, we had about 6 or 7 drinking coffees. ended up leaving the job. Then I'm on this journey that I'm on just now because I was scared to
Mm-hmm.
just jump into it. And it, like, I tell people all the time, like, you were out there riding your bike, fucking, no, like, if I say to you, like, man, you want to grab a coffee and we can chat about stuff, you'd be like,
Yeah.
I can do like Tuesday. And we'd always go fucking have these intense life discussions and
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, like, people must have
That's
been
it.
like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys?
Yeah, fucking no. One of them's carrying a giant turtle Uber bag.
And the other one's wearing
Yeah.
a suit.
Yeah, like
Must be
what
like a
the
drug
fuck is
dealer or
going
something.
on here? Shit.
It was
Fuck,
great.
man.
It was great, man. See, I still tell people you need to find somebody that's going to be like that'll understand your madness.
Yeah.
For me, you
Yeah.
my madness stuff. Like as much as I've told you how insane I work, like you don't even question it.
Cause you got to put in the hours. I think this is one of the reasons like we're still talking, and we started talking when I was in Dubai. This is the crazy part about our friendship. We weren't even like in it around each other when we started becoming friends. We were on the other side of the world, and even now, it's just like you've got to have somebody that understands. And I think this is why I still like talking to you, because fuck, man, I can't talk. I can't have this conversation with anybody else. So yeah. So thanks very much.
it's scary, man, when you can't have that conversation with anybody else, especially you being the other
Yeah.
side of the world and there's people that stays 10 minutes from you and you can't even get them to.
That won't get this. That won't understand this.
It's, but you
Like,
can
you'll
see
try
it.
and explain your why, and I'll just be like, well, okay, cool, good for
You've
you.
got yourself pawned into this stupid job. How can you not see it? And they're always like, but it's money coming
Yeah.
in. And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think we'll
Shit,
round up
man.
the podcast because I know it's late with you.
Yeah, I've got 10% battery. Every time you go and come back, I've been checking my battery. I got 10% battery now.
Is there anything you want to finish off saying? Just for me, it would be follow your
Yeah, go
why,
on.
your passion, and happiness.
Yeah. Honestly, look, what I'll say is there's a lot of ways that you could live life that people would judge and talk shit about you. Now, I'm not saying you should care about what people think, but I am saying that if you were richer than those people that are judging you or were judging you or whatever, they won't judge you anymore. They will say that thing that you're doing is the coolest version of what you are doing. They will praise you for that thing that they were talking shit about simply because you were rich, simply because you, how do I explain this? Simply because you have, whether they know you've put in the work or not is irrelevant. You are in a higher place in their mind. So fuck it. Do the thing you want to do. Get rich. Have everybody say good things about you rather than shit things. Because if you're poor and doing whatever you want, they might not say nice things about you. So, yeah, just do it. Get rich. Figure it out. You'll become a better person for it. Your kids, your family, your wife, everybody will thank you for it. So, hop to it.